have head coach Jim Sherman here. First, Coach, an opening statement for today's 2 games.
Well, I mean, I mentioned yesterday that was a lot of fun for a guy that's been around, coaching in the game, and today, kind of topped it. It was even better than yesterday. We really hit the ball well that first game, and I think that UNC Wilmington knew we were here to play and to win. Not one, to go 2. And then obviously when we won the first, and the way we came out in the first inning of that second game was truly amazing. And then we had 5 in the first, and we're 1 in the second. We're up 6-0, and we're holding on. And we got Corey Crispell. He's going on fumes, and this game is so fragile. He had 2 outs, and he had Matty Campbell up from UNC, and Matty rolls over on a ball, bounds through to get a hit. And then boom, next thing you know, they get a 3 spot, and it kind of ignited them. And then Kane's big home run, also in the 4th, really jump started them. So I'm really proud of our guys. It's bittersweet, and I told our guys we were so close, and you feel that hurt. It's a kind of a good hurt because we were so close then to never ever get there. And there was 4 other teams that weren't in this championship, and other teams that didn't even make the playoffs. So really proud of our guys, and I tip our hat to Mark Scaff and his group, and tip our hat to JMU and their staff for a great tournament.
A little thing about the senior class and this, basically what they produced over the last month or so.
Yeah, I did a little huddle up before I came here, and I thanked them. It was special. It was a special group, and not necessarily just from all the guys that were outstanding, from the Eric Youngs or Corey Crispells, but even guys that were coming off the bench, from just being bench guys and bench jockeying, and keeping our guys together. The Ian Huss and Nick Stampones, those guys, Devin Pearson, again, I mean, and Richter. These guys all been a factor, but just sometimes the guys behind the scene, the seniors that you never really get much opportunity to see on the field. It was a really special group. It was a special run, and we were young. The whole position guys are all back next year, so maybe it holds higher expectations for us. So that's a good thing.
A little bit about our all-tournament selection between Alex and
TJ. Yeah. I mean, DJ Long and Nick. Was it Nicky? Was it Nick in there, and Marori, Eric Young, and then Jimmy Yezzo. He was just, he just had an outstanding tournament. And I tip my hat to the guys that vote. Sometimes you vote for the champion, for the MVP, and Yezzo just, he got off majorly as a player, and he was playing well defensively. So I appreciate the guys that voted for him. I think that shows respect for our program and for Jimmy on a whole. So that was good. I'm really happy with the outcome of that.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about your pitching staff? In a day like this where you've pitched so much, it kind of has to be all hands on deck. Can you just talk about that performance?
Yeah, we did have a couple other fresh arms that we didn't use, who just haven't really had much experience, let alone conference, but to this magnitude. And I try to go to the well with the guys who had experience. We kept running Richter back out there, and he had some struggles in the tournament, and he's got another year of eligibility, and he's going to be better for it. And Devin pitched well. Pearson, except for that home run to Kane, he pitched really well, 4 innings. So all in all, Mark was doing the same thing. It was, I kind of glance over to Mark. I say it's kind of like an old 1970s heavyweight fight. It's the old Frazier Ali, and it's going to go 15 rounds. And you know what? That's basically that's what happened. They just bettered us in one more inning in the top of the 9th, and we just couldn't counter it. And they get the split decision, as I call it. But good job on their part. And again, it was a great tournament, and really proud of our guys. Really proud of our coaching staff as well, because they don't get much mention, or they don't get seen on this side. So I really appreciate the Danny Hammer and Mel Bacon and Mike Ranson. Outstanding job throughout the whole year in the tournament. Very appreciative.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.